So here I have the Gopod set up at Kampa. Got the flags out, the awning up. As you can see, the water's set up in the middle there. It's a bit windy, so I've had to have a few extra guy lines out to keep it stable. The pop top up is up for extra height. And I suppose we'll go around a few of its features. This little bit here, this is the front box, and in the front box I've got really useful things like the gas, box for the hitch lock, and all kind of useful little things like levelling equipment in the boxes. And this is what you put the stabiliser things down. All nice and safely in here. It's nice to have the gas outside. Here is the fresh water tank, and that attached to it is the pump. Here is where the mains goes in, which is quite nice, and that is my television aerial, although reception is at best patchy. At the end of the awning I've been using as the entrance. I've kept this closed because it's so windy at the moment. Go in here. There's a table that actually comes from inside the pod, but you can just get this extra stand and you have it there. That is my shower. There's my reservoir, and if I turn that on, get that going, you can see that's quite an impressive flow. So here's the back of the pod itself in the awning. Down to the left there is where the wastewater goes, and there's a little kind of pipe. Up there is where there's a kind of a rail that the awning kind of goes into, but it's only right across the top there. That's why I have to put all the limpets down the side here to keep this fastened on. So here we are inside the pod looking out, and the first thing on the right is the sink and the stove, and on the left is the fridge, and I've actually got a little telly set up in here. So here's the sink. I've put this on top of it to give me a bit of extra workspace. There it is below. I want the sink upgrade, but they currently don't have the parts, so they'll have to wait. And here below, quite a lot of cupboard space, and in here. So here's a close-up on the stove with the Trangia kettle ready for action. The only thing to say against this is these don't light automatically, and I have one of these lighters, but they're a little bit unreliable and they're quite hard to use. So I was given this. Wow. How awesome is that? And this is my fridge. Open up there. And I actually have a freezer inside it. It's very, very lovely. There's actually quite a lot of space in here. Quite pleased with that. It's arguably a better fridge than my one at home because I have a terrible fridge. So I'm back outside the pod again, and there you can see, nestled in there, looking very comfortable. On the left is my guardvark. It was the aardvark I was given to make sure the pod was guarded properly, and a wolf to keep him company. This is the venting for the heating, which is controlled there, a bit dark. So actually this pod is, every time it can be used all year round, but there's other storage. These points here, that and that is storage. That's the hole where the table goes, and here's a quick cut to the table in position with the guardvark and the wolf keeping an eye on what's going on. At the moment I've got it with the single bed out, just to kind of give me a wider thing to sit on. But here, if you see this comes out and it slats and it goes all the way across here, and you kind of get the double bed all at the end here, and it's actually, with a few little things, actually pretty comfortable. So here's the control panel. Here's where you turn it all on and off. I've got my leisure battery, which is showing it's fully charged. I've actually got a solar panel which charges it when I'm off grid. Turns that little pump on, turns the lights on and off. In the pop top you've got these little vents which move up and down, and some extra light and some extra ventilation. The windows come with fly screens, but on the other half of them got a blind, which is really useful. I mentioned that I've been playing around with decals. There you are. My Gopod has been geckoed. So that's most of the features of the Gopod. They say it's quite small, but I disagree. I've got the entire solar system in here, including Pluto.